What's your erection quality like compared
Oh
to when we
man.
started?
Oh, it's yeah, 100%. I mean, it's not an issue. I'm good. Number one, I got to know myself better. Really know myself. Man, my heart's more open. Yeah. And I found out I was really emotional.
Isn't that
Extremely.
amazing?
Like,
Yeah.
wow.
That's part of the learning about yourself process that makes this so beautiful, you know. Thank you for getting on the call today. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Cam?
Doing well. I appreciate you taking the time to talk with the internet about this.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so, do you want to tell these guys what was your situation like before we started working together?
Oh man. Before we started working together, I've tried several different things in the past, and my mind was still what I was going through infiltrates every part of your life because you're always thinking about it on a daily basis, on a regular basis. And yeah, it wasn't good. I mean, it affects every aspect of your life.
Yeah,
I can go on and on about that. And, your mind you've got so much static in your mind, so much going on. And even some of the stuff I did in the past, I think it's called EMDR, I talked to two different therapists, right? And it didn't really do it,
yeah,
you know? So, but yeah, it was bad. It you're down all the time, I guess is the way, because you think about it, and that's the problem.
yeah,
Your mind is not your friend in this,
yeah,
so, but it was always in my mind, always thinking. And even when I'm at my job, you know, it would sneak in and distract you and it just bring you down. I was constantly down, you know. So yeah, it was not good.
yeah. And how long did you struggle with this for before you started working with me?
Yeah, about 5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
Geez.
And yeah, that's a long time, you know. So
Yeah.
it was bad. Prior to that, everything was great. Then, you had a mishap during a bad time in my life. A very emotional event took place. Uh, go to have sex with my wife, and then it happened once. You're like, whoa, you know, there was so much emotion at that time tied to that event that it really imprints into your subconscious mind. And the next time you're like, well, what if that happens again? There it goes. That's how it started. And
Yeah.
just it is a daisy chain. It gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
When you first went through that, was it pretty obvious to you that it was like a mental emotional thing, or did you look at physical causes?
I looked at physical causes.
Okay.
Yeah, I started physical first. Like, what's wrong with me? Why is this happening? I never, at that time, thought this is just in my head. I thought, well, maybe some of it's in my head, but what if I'm going through changes in my body? I'm getting older, but no, this isn't normal. So yeah, I mean, I've tried two different therapists. I even like, okay, well, this is the mindset here. Well, maybe if I'll just try, uh, oh shoot, the erection drug.
Viagra.
Oh man, I just try Viagra for a little bit, just for a little while to get your confidence up, and then I'll get off of it. No, your mind will override any medication. It doesn't work. In my case,
Yeah.
if it's a mind issue or in your head, no, that doesn't work. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, it makes it worse.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's been my experience too. It's just a uh it's a difficult thing, especially did the pills ever work for you? Like did you have any experiences where they worked?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I did, but the thing is, I could have done it without them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the thing is, your stimulation requirements were less. But if you were in that mindset, it didn't matter. It
Yeah.
didn't matter how much stimulation you got. You're in this anxiety and stress, and that's the enemy. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, once you were there, you were good. You were good, when you didn't want to be good.
Yeah.
It's over, but my God.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that was all in my head too, because I thought, no, I'm good now. Now your mindset has changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
So what finally got you to like realize that it wasn't physical and start seeing that it was the mind?
um, watching your videos, really watching your videos. I'm like, well, I mean, I had blood work done too, and like, no, your testosterone's good, your blood pressure's really good.
Yeah.
No, Ma, I'm healthy,
Yeah.
And well, you're still waking up with erections. Well, that's not it. I mean, it's not me. It's not physically me. Talking to you, I have learned more about myself. I never considered myself really emotional, maybe a little bit, but I am. And this really opened my eyes to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So, absolutely, yes, talking to you. Number one, being able to talk to somebody who's gone through it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I could talk to my wife, but she's,
Yeah. It's
she don't
different.
quite get it. It is.
Yeah,
It's
it's
way
different.
different. So,
Um, and what is your situation like now?
oh, it's good. I mean, to say I don't have anxiety again, yeah, once in a while I do, but I just kind of give it a break, take a few breaths, relax. And that's another thing, learn how to relax completely.
Yeah.
Before I thought I knew, but then next thing you know, it's,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to learn how to relax.
Yeah.
But, but now, yeah, I'm good. To say I'm anxiety and stress free completely, no, but it's significantly less.
Yeah.
But now I can see it.
Yeah.
So, and you're like, okay,
And
you know what to do in those situations.
yeah. And what's your erection quality like compared
Oh
to when we
man.
started?
Oh, it's yeah, 100%. I mean, it's not an issue, you know.
Fantastic. Leading up to sort of like the months before you actually got in contact with me,
Yeah.
did you think you could be like, did you think you'd ever get where you are now?
Oh, I mean, I was really hoping so. First, I got to find out, okay, what am I doing wrong? Believe me, I've scoured the internet, and of course, I've been watching your videos for a couple of years, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, I finally, all right, this is it. Me and my wife had a long talk. I'm like, I've been trying to fix this. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
after I finally, okay, that's it. I've got to do something drastic. So
Yeah.
that's when I reached out to you. And man, after that first week we talked, I felt, uplifted and, oh yeah. And I had a good week after our first conversation.
Yeah, you
And
did.
then a bad thought came in. The voice in your head will come in and say, oh, it'll happen again. Whoa, what? You know?
Yep.
And you grab onto it and it takes you down a spiral that is just unbelievable.
Yep.
I'm talking down. I went from an ultimate high to an absolute low in a 2 week period that was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you know? So,
I think one of the things that was really interesting with your situation is that I think more than any other guy that I've worked with, you got to, in a very short period of time, see the contrast between what happens when your mind's behaving healthily and when it's not.
oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, not only has it helped me in this situation, sexual with my wife,
Yeah.
but it has helped me on a day to day basis. My job, it can be a little stressful at times,
Yeah.
but I just, you know, hey, it's going to work out. It's fine. Number one, stay in the present. Don't worry about the future.
Yeah.
And certainly don't bring up or worry about the past. That alone is you certainly don't want to be thinking about the past. And I've had, recently, you'll have these thoughts come through, you know, about the past. You're just like, no, I'm not grabbing onto that. That's not me. Let it go.
Yeah.
Just let it float by and stay calm. Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During the time that we worked together, there was a moment where, from my perspective, it looked like you just made a decision that you were going to beat this. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about
Can you
now.
talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I just said, can I use explicitives here?
Absolutely.
I said, fuck it, you're not controlling my life. This is bullshit. No. I, you know, I'm in control, not my mind, not these thoughts, not the voice in your head. No, no, I'm not letting this happen. That was kind of a turning point of okay. And that's when everything was on an upswing, you
Yep.
know. But yeah, you just say, fuck it, you're not controlling my life.
Yep.
Absolutely not. And
Yep.
it will control every facet of your life.
Yep.
And
And
I was bad. I mean, my mind was very noisy. I mean,
yeah.
but the voices, I say voices, yeah, everybody has
Yeah.
internal dialogue.
Yeah.
It comes in, you're just like, that's
Yeah.
not me. Let it
Yep.
go. So
And I think one of the things that was so powerful about that for you is that you didn't just say, fuck it, I'm not letting this control my life anymore. You
Yeah.
followed through on it.
Yeah. And it's
Um,
hard. It really is. It's definitely something that's going to take time to. And I mean, I've just started, man. I mean, even driving down the road, you'll get a thought and you're just like, oh, you observed it, but you
yeah,
didn't act on it. You didn't grab it. You just let it go. That ain't me.
yeah,
Redirect,
yep,
you know.
yep, for
So,
sure.
yeah.
So if you had to describe to men, what was the guys that were watching this, like what do you think was the difference between you, say like 6 months ago versus who you are right now? Like what changed during the time that you worked with me?
My mindset, how I think. Now I've learned to observe my thoughts. I'm going to say that's the big thing. Being able to talk to you about all of it. And that first week, I got so emotional like, wow,
Yeah,
where did this come from?
yeah,
It's like, and during those 5 years, I pushed myself, and unknown to me, I didn't realize I was doing it, but I was pushing myself away from my wife
yep,
because you are afraid. You want to have sex, right? But you're pushing yourself away because you're afraid of the failure more. You're in a fight or flight. I'm talking on the way home from work. I was already thinking about it.
yeah,
And you're like, oh my God, what if it happens again? And the downward spiral started before I even got home.
yeah,
I mean, it's like I've let this take over.
yeah.
So, yeah,
I think there's a lot of guys who are probably watching this that are that can relate to that a lot, like the downward spiral starting on the way home or like before the sexual situation even starts. And
yeah.
you mentioned specifically that your mindset changed. Will you talk just a little bit about that from kind of like a high level? Like, what does that really mean? Like a mindset shift? What's different now?
Now you're not worried about the future. You're not thinking about the past. You do not grab on to those
Yeah,
thoughts, those memories, because anytime you have something happen to you that had a strong emotion attached to it, it imprints in your subconscious mind and it becomes a pattern.
yeah,
And to break that pattern, you have to meditation, number one, helps you understand, at least in my what little I know about it, what little I've been doing it,
yeah,
is you can separate yourself from your thinking mind, right? You want this where you see it come and okay, yeah, wow, why did I have that thought? I'm not grabbing onto it. Just let it go. Redirect yourself into the present right now. What matters right now? It's not that you can't plan for the future, but I mean, as far as memories
yeah,
and negative thoughts, it's basically you're reprogramming your subconscious mind because it's gotten used to this pattern,
yeah.
you know?
And if you had to like break this into a pie chart, what percentage of this problem was caused by your mind?
Oh, 100, oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Oh, 100%, no doubt.
yeah,
Yeah, I have no doubt it's all in my mind. And if it had first happened, when it first happened 5 years ago, you know, if I had been talking to you and say, hey, dude, that's all in your head, you know,
yeah,
give it a break, do some breathing techniques. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
yeah,
it wouldn't have happened. But because it happened repeatedly, now I have reinforced my body's reaction to it. And my mind was thinking it's going to happen again. Oh, here you go. Yep. I knew that was, this is your mind talking to you.
yeah,
Yep. And your mind is not your friend. I can tell you that right now. You know, yeah, man. Yeah, big difference. And mental health, oh, I shouldn't say mental health, uh, just catching your mind having these negative thoughts, negative memories. You just got to let it go. You
yeah,
have to let it go. You cannot grab onto them.
yeah,
Let it go.
yeah,
Relax. Yeah. Breathe.
yeah. When you and I had our first call, did you think this is the kind of stuff you'd learn?
No,
Yeah,
no, no. I mean, I was where I was like blaming my wife. Well, she doesn't even touch me anymore.
yeah,
It's got to be her. She's part of the problem. She's got to be. She's not touch me anymore. She's not, you know, my arousal state's not there. And this is going through your head during the moment,
yeah,
right? And that's what you're thinking with. Why would you be thinking that in a healthy mindset? when you're in the moment right now, you need to be right now. You need to be
Yeah.
present, you know?
Yeah.
So,
And how did like going through this healing process impact your relationship?
oh, it's hands down significantly better. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because I pushed myself away from my wife,
Yeah.
and we talked, and we communicate pretty well, and I
Yeah.
really pushed myself away from her. She did not feel the closeness that we used to, and
Yeah.
part of that closeness for us was sex.
Yeah.
You know, that's how we connected. Our connection was frayed. I mean, it was,
Yeah.
we still got along. We still had a good time, going out, shopping or whatever. But I had pushed myself away and I didn't even know it
Yeah.
because your mind automatically goes into this. It's trying to protect you. Your mind is trying to protect you because it knows
Yep.
it's painful. The
Yep.
stress and anxiety in your mind is the same as being chased by a bear. I mean, you have that same reaction,
Yep.
So yeah, I would push myself away. Why? I don't know. My mind it's an automatic thing,
Yeah.
you know? So, and my wife could feel when it happened before I did it,
Yeah.
when we were going to have sex. She knew it before I just laying down next to her for the first 30 seconds.
Yeah.
She could feel it.
Yep.
So,
Your
yeah,
wife was really amazing during this process.
yeah, and it's been really hard on her,
Yep.
this whole process. And I'm a lucky man to have a woman who stood by me.
Yeah.
We communicate a lot. And I was like, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a lucky man. I
You
really am.
you are a very
So,
lucky man. You are a very lucky man. So is there anything else that you would like guys who are watching this to know? Like you talking directly to them, like what do they need to know?
um, are you waking up with an erection in the morning? you know, like say if you're way like, oh yeah, well, you know what? The chances are it's not a physical thing, you know. And if you really step back, look at it, you kind of you're just looking for other excuses. At least that was my case.
Yeah.
And then you realize, no, this is all in my head. Once you start meditating and you realize, okay, separate myself from my mind or observe yourself in the thoughts. And that's when it really kind of hit me like, wow, my mind is really trying to sabotage me, and it did for a long time,
Yeah.
So yes, it is fixable. It's work. And I would say stuff I used to roll my eyes at, this whole meditation thing. Oh yeah, right, that works. No, it does.
Yeah.
It really you get to know yourself a little bit better. You create space. You know, you're basically you see these thoughts and you're just like, hmm, I would have grabbed on that. I would have grabbed onto that thought in the past.
Yeah.
With some emotions, and you don't do that. And you got to be positive. Fuck it, this ain't happening to me again. No, I'm not letting this happen. Here's something that is a wonderful, fun activity. You know, and I'm sabotaging it. My mind is sabotaging this for me, and I let it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is definitely fixable. I'm not saying I'm 100% fixed. I still have a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of stress, but I see it, being able to handle it. Sometimes I got to tell my wife, hold on, let's give me 15 minutes,
Yeah. Yeah, for
So
sure.
stop, breathe a little bit, completely relax, and okay, get your mindset straight, you know. So it is definitely fixable. Um, yeah, that's my biggest advice I have,
Okay.
is get your mind straight. Start with meditation and understand the purpose of meditation, and then you'll start seeing all these thoughts come across. You're like, wow, I never realized that my mind talked to me that much.
Yeah.
And then that voice, or, it'll slow down. You won't get as much. Then you'll start getting visuals, like, let that go,
Yeah.
So it's definitely fixable, but it is all in your head. So you need to get your mind straight. You
Thank
know,
you.
it's your mind is not your friend. It's not.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I think it's such a hard thing to see sometimes because we trust our mind to try and solve the problem, and it's so hard to see that it's what's causing it.
right, this is
Uh,
not an analytical problem.
yeah,
You know, it's not an analytical problem. I mean, yeah, it's an emotional thing.
yeah,
You know, it's so hard for me to explain because I'm pretty new on this, and I tell you what, every day I meditate. Some days are better than others. Some days I can get into that zone.
yeah,
You know, but yeah, hands down, I would have never ever thought, you know, wow, this is the fix, and you know where to go from there as far as thought patterns and not grabbing onto them. Yeah, that was it.
yeah. I,
Absolutely.
I mean, that's fantastic. I think that that's probably something that everybody needs to hear. Like,
Yeah,
if you guys are watching my channel, they're watching this interview.
yeah,
That's a really good piece of advice.
yeah.
All right. So, was it worth the money?
Oh yeah, yeah. I would have not looked into this. Uh, Me and you talking a lot about. I mean, you did a lot of meditating, and I'm like, you know, I looked at that at the time we're talking. I looked at that in the past, but there's got to be more to this, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So talking to you about it and how to, you know, the purpose, you
yeah,
know. So I started, you know, doing some meditations, and it started getting a little better, and then I just felt happier. You know, you'll feel it. You're like, whoa, I'm not thinking about it. Oh, well, here it comes. No, don't grab onto it. Just let it go.
yeah,
You know, and it's a slow progress, but all of a sudden it, you know, takes off. You know, and you're just like, wow, I feel better on a day to day basis in every aspect of my life. That's not just sex, but work, and you know, yeah, something bad happens at work. You're like, you know,
yeah,
it's out of my control. Why am I going to worry about it?
yeah.
You know, whatever.
Because your mind is what's causing the problem, and it's your mind isn't just during sex. Your mind
Right.
is how you experience life all
Oh,
day.
oh,
And
absolutely.
so when it's
Yes.
unhappy, you're unhappy all day.
Yep. Just
And
don't grab
so,
onto it. Don't grab
yeah,
onto it, man. Don't
yeah,
let it grab you and take you down a spiral
yeah,
because it will.
yep. And
Yep.
I would imagine most of the guys that are watching this probably know the spiral, but haven't quite understood the grabbing on part yet. But I think that's it's something they can learn. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. It took me a while.
yeah, of course, it takes everybody a
Yeah.
while. It's not an
Right.
easy experience to understand.
Right.
We're so outside focused, we don't really pay attention to our mind.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
You're all on your peripheral, you know, what you hear, what you see. How do I feel? I grabbed onto that thought and now I'm going down. It's like, no, let it go. Let
yeah,
it
yep. I love it. I love it.
go. Yeah.
Um, just what was it? What was the process like of working with me?
Oh, it's great. I mean, number one, you've been through it. You know, you have empathy for this. You've been through it. You've seen the bottom. You've been to the bottom, and now you're at the top. And I was at the bottom. You know, I'm like, well, he's been there. You know, and talking to someone who has had this happen, and yeah, it's just being able to talk about it with someone who understands. You know, and then you know some of the stuff that you know we talked about, stuff you came up with. Hey, okay, try this. All right, now, you know, make sure your body's right. That's another thing. Make sure your body is capable. Number one, you know, of course, my mindset, I was able to, you know, swing it around a few times, ready to go, you know, and that's the way I've always been. But through this process, it'll get back to that point, but I've got to make sure, hey, you know what? My mind is right. My body is right,
Yeah,
you know? So yeah, it's good now.
yeah, good, excellent. So I actually did think of one more question.
Yeah.
So in my videos and in our calls, I've talked about this problem being the best thing that ever happened to me. Can you, now having been through this, understand why I said that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, I found a new number one. I got to know myself better, really know myself. Uh, how I conduct my day to day life. Man, my heart's more open. I see things from a wider spectrum. You're not focused on, you know, you don't have a narrow focus no more. And something that something happens that you did not want to happen. You just, excuse me, you just, okay, whatever. You know,
yeah,
you don't get upset about it. You know, you just let it go. You live life, man. You live the present moment. You
Yeah.
live now. And yeah, it is. Yeah. And I found out I was really emotional.
Isn't that
Extremely.
amazing?
Like,
Yeah.
wow, you
Yeah.
know,
I,
but
that's I went through the same experience. I did not think I had emotions except for anger. And,
right.
this process turned out that I have just as many emotions as everyone else. And I was just completely unaware.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it was cool watching you go through that. And I remember the first time you said that to me. And
Yeah.
it's funny because from the other end of this call, you were a very emotional guy. You just didn't
Yeah.
know.
I didn't know it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so that's part of the learning about yourself process that makes this so beautiful.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with me and guys who are going through this. And I'm proud of all the work you've done, and you worked hard and you earned it. And now you get to have a great sex life.
Well, Cam, thank you so much. I really appreciate all your help.
You are
I
very
really
welcome.
do. It was worth every penny. I mean, I was to the point where I would have did anything because of the control it had on my life.
Yeah.
So,
And because you were so willing to do whatever it took, that's why you got better.
right,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Fuck it. It ain't controlling my life.
I love it. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, it was great working with you.
It was good
Uh,
working with you, Cam. I appreciate it.
yeah.